Imagine this. At this very moment, you possess the power to turn life's most daunting challenges into some of your most meaningful victories. How, you might ask? Today, we're diving deep into the principles of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that has for centuries empowered people to thrive even in adversity and find peace amid chaos. Think back to a recent situation that tested your patience or shook your confidence. How did you handle it? Did you fall into the trap of immediate reaction? Or did you choose a response that reflected your deeper values and principles? Here is where Stoicism truly shines, guiding us to confront life's obstacles with courage, wisdom, and composure. Today, we're exploring a concept rooted in ancient wisdom, yet powerfully relevant to our modern lives: training your mind to respond rather than react. This approach is far more than controlling your temper or keeping calm in difficult times. It's about cultivating a strong inner awareness and a presence that allows you to handle life's highs and lows with intentionality and grace. The Stoics, ancient philosophers who championed a practical approach to life, taught us that while we may not control the events around us, we can control our reactions. Stoicism encourages focusing on what is within our power, nurturing a detachment from external outcomes, and centering ourselves in our reasoned choices. This wisdom inspires us to pause, reflect, and choose responses that are thoughtful and purposeful rather than impulsive and reactive. Why does this matter so much? Think about how much stress, regret, or frustration stems from quick, knee-jerk reactions to what others say or do. Imagine if, instead, you could stay calm, collected, and thoughtful, even when surrounded by chaos. This is not just about inner peace. It's about becoming a more effective, resilient, and compassionate individual. Traits that can transform your life and influence those around you in profound ways. In our conversation today, we'll examine strategies that draw from both modern psychology and Stoic philosophy to help cultivate this responsive mindset. We'll explore how to nurture mindfulness, express emotions constructively, and maintain a broader perspective, a skill the Stoics perfected. By the end of our talk, you'll have a toolkit to help you pause, evaluate, and respond thoughtfully to whatever life sends your way. So let's embark on this journey together, grounding ourselves in the wisdom of Stoicism and empowering our minds to choose our responses, transforming our interactions and experiences for the better. As we dive into the essence of responding rather than reacting, we enter a space where every thought and action becomes intentional, echoing the profound teachings of Stoicism. The Stoics, wise thinkers from ancient Greece and Rome, held a perspective on life that remains surprisingly relevant today. They believed in mastering one's emotions and reactions, emphasizing that true power lies in our ability to consciously choose our responses in any situation. Why is cultivating a response over a reflexive reaction so crucial? Imagine yourself in a high-stakes meeting or facing a difficult personal challenge. The instinctual human response is often to react emotionally, driven by the rush of immediate feelings. While natural, this reaction rarely benefits us in the long run. It can intensify conflicts, damage relationships, and lead to choices we may regret. This is where Stoic wisdom proves invaluable. The Stoics advocated living in alignment with nature and reason, allowing virtue and rational thought to guide actions. By embracing this philosophy, we learn to recognize our initial impulses, analyze them with a clear mind, and choose actions aligned with our core values and long-term aims. Choosing to respond rather than react means taking a moment to pause, examining not only the external event, but also your internal reaction. This mindful pause gives you space to weigh options and select a response that is grounded, intentional, and ultimately within your control. This approach doesn't mean suppressing your emotions or ignoring them. Instead, it means acknowledging them, understanding their roots, and deciding how they should influence your actions. This way, you interact with the world in a way that sustains your inner peace and integrity, regardless of outside forces. But the significance of responding over reacting reaches far beyond personal peace. It affects the depth of your relationships, the effectiveness of your leadership, and your ability to withstand adversity. When you respond thoughtfully, you show respect, understanding, and empathy for others' views and experiences, fostering more meaningful and constructive connections. Let's look at specific strategies for training the mind. Embarking on this transformative journey requires more than intent. It demands steady and deliberate effort, much like the practices espoused by the Stoics. These ancient philosophers offer timeless insights that can ground our modern approach to developing a responsive rather than reactive mindset. To start, consider the power of self-awareness, a pillar of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics valued introspection and the examination of one's thoughts and motivations. In today's terms, this means fostering an acute awareness of our mental and emotional states. By staying attuned to your thoughts and feelings, you equip yourself to manage them effectively. This heightened awareness is the first step in recognizing emotional triggers and choosing a balanced response. Another effective technique is pausing, a strategy that sounds simple but is profoundly impactful. The Stoic emperor Marcus Aurelius often referenced the space between stimulus and response as a place of power where we have the freedom to choose our actions. By making a habit of pausing, even for just a few seconds, you give yourself the chance to step back from immediate impulses. This pause could be filled with a deep breath, a moment of reflection, or a brief meditation. In this space, you can consult your inner Stoic, asking what virtue demands and what action aligns with your highest self. A key strategy in this practice is reframing your perspective, a technique the Stoics use to maintain equanimity in the face of adversity. This involves choosing to view a situation from a different angle, one that reduces its emotional intensity and reveals new possibilities. For instance, instead of seeing a challenging work scenario as a threat, you could reframe it as an opportunity to grow and demonstrate resilience. By changing the narrative, we alter our emotional responses and unlock new courses of action. The Stoics also champion focusing on what lies within our control and releasing attachment to what we cannot control. Practicing this helps us invest our energy wisely, responding actively to our thoughts and actions, while accepting external events as they unfold. This doesn't equate to passivity, but is about recognizing where your power truly lies and choosing to act with intention and integrity in that space. Finally, consistent reflection and adjustment play an essential role in training the mind. The Stoics engaged in daily self-examination, evaluating their actions and progress toward virtue. We can similarly end each day reflecting on our responses, celebrating thoughtful actions, and learning from moments we reacted impulsively. This ongoing self-assessment fosters a responsive mindset, nurturing the wisdom and balance highly valued in Stoic philosophy. By incorporating these practices into daily life, we honor the legacy of the Stoics and empower ourselves to live with purpose, calm, and effectiveness. Through steady practice, we reshape our minds, guiding them toward responses that embody our deepest values and aspirations.